Sports Court with 13 on your side. The case: should the Red Wings have retained head coach Jeff Blashill?
Testimony.
You can answer that question simply by asking how many winning seasons has Jeff Blashill had? What success has he had to keep his job? The answer is slim to none. So no, the Red Wings should not have retained their head coach. They should have hit the market, found a new voice. That's where I think they should have gone in this part of the rebuild.
It was a pandemic season. How can you judge in this weird season when guys are not playing, when teams are not playing? This year doesn't count. That notwithstanding, if you want to throw that argument out, how about this one? The Red Wings actually improved. They played less games and won more games than they did last year. And listen to this. They had like 30 games last year where they lost by 3 goals or more. This year, that number was down to 15.
Cross-exam. So what you're telling me is they went from being the worst team in the NHL to like the 4th worst team in the NHL. I guess you got to take it how you can get it. What has Jeff Blashill done in his 6 seasons as head coach to retain his job?
Again, the improvement. You look at the guys he's been given. It's a young team. A couple weeks ago, Steve Yzerman said it best. What difference would a coach make? I don't think that's the problem. So if they were to replace Jeff Blashill after this season and didn't renew his contract, do you really think we'd see a vast improvement next year with a new guy?
I can honestly say I'm not sure, but I know what we have seen from Blashill. I can't guarantee that the Red Wings would be infinitely better with a different head coach, but we know exactly with Jeff Blashill. Through long stretches of the season, they are not a competitive bunch. They cannot generate offense. The power play was an absolute joke. A new coach might fix those things, but we definitely know Jeff Blashill won't.
Closing arguments.
Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there who might deserve a shot. You could point to former Griffins head coach, Todd Nelson as an assistant with the Dallas Stars. They just went to the Stanley Cup Finals last year. Maybe he's a guy that deserves a shot to be a head coach in the NHL again. But maybe you want to find a voice from outside the organization because maybe players are starting to tune out Jeff Blashill. I know former players like Andreas Athanasiou had that problem. Anthony Mantha had that problem. So if Jeff Blashill is supposed to be a coach that can help groom young players, you're running into a surprisingly large amount of young players that are not growing or listening.
Jeff Blashill has now worked under 2 different general managers. Started off with Ken Holland, now he's with Steve Yzerman. They blew it up midway. Give him a chance to get his bearings. Give him that 1 more year to keep kind of working, see where they're going. If they win more games, how could you argue against him? They're making progress. If they don't make progress, my argument's done. But if they do make progress, hard to turn away from that.
The verdict. What's your verdict, jury at home?
Head to the 13 on your side Facebook page, and next week we'll highlight our favorites.
Last week we talked tanking. I was for, he was against.
And Robbie kicked off a good discussion by agreeing with me. Tanking is weak.
But he went into more detail and suggested it'd be healthier for the competitive nature of the sports themselves if the draft order was random. I then brought up the uproar we'd hear from fans if the Super Bowl winner or Stanley Cup champs got awarded the top draft pick.
And Robbie agreed, saying the rare occasion that it happened would be a big hoopla.
Big hoopla indeed. Thanks for the debate online, Robbie, and thank you for joining us in Sports Court.